For the past few months, one question has quietly followed Sahith Theegala around the PGA Tour. Not about talent, not about potential, but about whether he could truly get back to the version of himself we saw before the injuries and the frustrating stretch of results. And in my opinion, what we're seeing this week at Bay Hill might be the clearest sign yet that Sahith Theegala is starting to find his way back. Because while the headlines at the Arnold Palmer Invitational have mostly focused on Daniel Berger's commanding lead, Theegala's performance might actually be one of the most interesting stories developing in this tournament. After a strong second round of 67, Theegala moved to 7 under par, putting himself tied for third place heading into the weekend, still several shots behind Berger, but very much inside the conversation. But in my analysis, the story here goes beyond the leaderboard. Theegala has spent the better part of the last 6 months trying to rebuild confidence in his game. After dealing with neck issues last summer, he never really felt fully comfortable with where his performance level was, even though physically he was healthy again. And that's something golfers talk about all the time. Being healthy doesn't automatically mean you're playing your best golf. Confidence, rhythm, and trust in your swing often take much longer to return. Before we continue, if you enjoy golf analysis from a fan-to-fan perspective, breaking down the stories behind the leaderboard, make sure to subscribe to Daily Golf News and leave a like on the video. It really helps the channel grow and keeps these discussions going. Now, back to Theegala. One of the things I find most encouraging about his performance this week is how his strengths are starting to show up again statistically. Right now at Bay Hill, Theegala is leading the field in scrambling, historically one of the strongest parts of his game, and he also ranks third in strokes gained tee to green. In other words, he's not just surviving on the course, he's playing complete golf again. And if you've followed his career for a while, you know that's exactly the formula that made him so exciting to watch when he first broke through on the PGA Tour. Creative shot making, great recovery ability, and the kind of all-around ball striking that allows him to stay competitive even on extremely demanding courses. And Bay Hill is definitely one of those courses. With firm greens, thick rough, and constantly changing conditions, it's often compared to a mini US Open, where mistakes are punished and patience becomes critical. That's why seeing Theegala perform well here feels significant. Because if a player is finding form again, this is exactly the kind of place where you start to notice it. Now, he still has work to do this weekend. Daniel Berger has built a comfortable lead at the top of the leaderboard, and chasing players like Rory McIlroy and Ludwig Aberg are also within striking distance. So realistically, winning this tournament will require something special. But in my opinion, the real takeaway might be something slightly different. For the first time in months, Theegala looks like himself again. Not forcing things. Not overthinking every shot. Just playing golf. And sometimes, that's the most important step in a player's comeback. Because once the confidence returns, results often follow. So the big question now is whether this performance at Bay Hill is just a good week, or the beginning of a real return to form for Sahith Theegala on the PGA Tour. What do you think? Do you believe Theegala is finally getting back to his best level, or does he still have something to prove over the rest of the season? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoy golf news and deeper analysis like this, don't forget to subscribe to Daily Golf News and like the video so you don't miss the next breakdown. See you in the next one.